Hello! What's up, party people? How we doing? Getting ready for the holiday season. Yes, I still have more shopping to do. Waiting for you guys to send in your questions. Meanwhile, I'm just going to babble about some things I want to discuss. We talked about should LeBron be top 5 all-time players. I am going to go big, fat yes. Your thoughts? Feel free to answer that. Also, we talked about Blake and the Clippers. We got into the Joe Mixon case. What was some of the other stuff we had on today's show?
You said
Boogie Cousins, Sherm. How do people feel about Sherm going after the reporter? Really want to hear from you guys.
Emmitt Smith.
Oh, and of course, Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith going out and essentially saying, Dak, Zeke, go after, get the rings. And I think that was kind of a vote of confidence, saying, like, I'm Team Dak with Jerry supporting, we know, one Tony Romo. Hi, guys. Hi, Chris. Hi, Ola. Hi, Priyank. Did I say that right? Hi, James. I'm just going to keep saying hi to you guys till the questions come in. Merry Christmas to you, too. Go Pats? Yeah, until they go to the Super Bowl and the Giants beat them. Timmy Mitchell, Raider Nation, the real deal. Wouldn't mind seeing them in the Super Bowl as well. Hello, Troy. We got some people filing in here. Who's got a question for me? You know what I want to know from you guys? What is the best and worst Christmas, Hanukkah gifts you've ever received? While you're pondering on that, I'm going to answer this. Who's my pick for NFL MVP? His name is Thomas Brady. He is the husband of Gisele Bündchen. He was suspended for 4 games, so I'm sure Roger Goodell would hate that. But Tom Brady continues to ball at the next level. I had Derek Carr until he kind of stunk it up. And who was that game against when Derek Carr kind of came back to earth? Was that the Kansas City Chiefs in Arrowhead? And the reason I'm not going to go Dak or Zeke, I am not a Cowboy hater, even though I'm a Giants fan. I think it's because they have each other. Whereas Tom Brady, without Gronk, without the strongest line, with weapons that you've never heard of, he still continues to get it done. Do I think the Ravens have a chance? I think the Ravens have a solid defense, and of course Joe Flacco, you can't count him out, but I don't think this is their year. Oh, that's lovely. MVP, you guys just heard that. I want to hear more about these Christmas gifts. Can somebody please tell me? I need some creative ideas. What do we have here? Will the Browns win a game this year? What's their schedule, the Browns, the rest of the way? Can we get that for me?
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
I'm going to say no, unfortunately, but I believe you have a great coach in Hugh Jackson. I feel like there's hope. Just need to get a quarterback. Maybe RG3 can pull it together, get it done. If the man can just slide. Go Seahawks, potential threat. Yes, they are, but I think without Earl Thomas, that hurts them big time. But I think it could go down to the Seahawks for sure in the NFC. You can't ever count them out. If you were going to go Belichick and Brady, best coach quarterback, I mean, I think a close second has to be Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll.
Chargers, Steelers, Browns.
Worst Christmas gift was a Browns jersey. Are you a Browns fan? Or did you just randomly get a jersey? Okay, who did the Browns have the rest of the way?
The Browns have the Chargers and Steelers.
The Browns have the Chargers and Steelers. Oh. Could they beat the Chargers? No. Could they beat the Steelers?
Well, the Steelers may be resting guys.
Yeah, if the Steelers rest guys, there's a chance, folks. But I don't know if are they going to want to rest guys and be the one team. I don't know. They might keep them in just so they're not the one team that lost to the Browns. Thank you. Thank you, Mike Daniels, for giving me the rest of the schedule. Flacco or Eli, you know where I'm going. Actually, I'm a big believer in Joe Flacco, and I know he doesn't get as much credit, and people think, oh, he gets too much credit because he had that one Super Bowl. But I think he's legit. He can make those throws, and he's clutch in crunch time. But I'm going to go with Eli. I think the issue with Eli, though, is he's almost reckless in a sense, like he's fearless. So with that, he's going to make great throws. He used to be Mr. Fourth Quarter, but then he's also going to make great picks, which can ruin everything. As a Giants fan, I would know that. Got a lot of Ravens fans. What is going on? No O-line in Cleveland or D-line. Yes, that's true. Worst gift, you had a handmade pink sweater. Who made you that? I wish I could actually knit and had those kind of skills. I always have these ideas that I'm going to make things, and then that doesn't happen. And I'm like, oh, here's a gift card. Eli or Big Ben? Why would you make me answer this? Big Ben. I feel dirty saying that. The Steelers have to play all games. They might not make the playoffs. Yes, good point. Good point with Steel City. Boogie Cousins. How about Boogie? A little fired up with that whole situation. Yeah, I think he was wrong, and I think he let his emotion get the best of him, but at least he addressed it after the fact, and he apologized, and he was kind of cool with the reporters and calmed down. And I think with the Richard Sherman situation also, too, he took it too far. Heat of the moment, and then he calmed down, and he corrected himself. All I know is that if I was ever a professional athlete, definitely not athletic enough to ever do that, and I'm 5'7", so let's be real. Or if I was even a coach, I get really heated and really passionate, and especially if somebody ever came at my family or somebody that I love, I get super protective, defensive. If someone put a camera on my face, right after that in a microphone, I'd constantly be apologizing too. So I do feel for people. I know they always have to be above it, but it's hard to not just react. They're reacting rather than acting, but they can't always like calm down and gather themselves, etc. Why Sean Lee was not in the Pro Bowl. I need a list of who got into the Pro Bowl. I know there's a lot of snub. Do you guys even like the Pro Bowl anymore? Because here's the thing. NBA All-Star Weekend, we're going to go this year. I'm really excited, New Orleans, and we get the dunk contest and the three-point and all these skills positions, but it's football. Like, these guys are not going to go at it and risk an ACL tear, so it's kind of like, what are we doing? And I know we're trying to change it up a little bit. It'll be in Disney this year, and they're going to have some skills challenges, so I'm hoping that can get things going. Spurs, NBA Finals. I'm saying there is a chance this big. What else do we have here? Pro Bowl's okay. Thanks, Chase. Appreciate you joining in the conversation. I wish I could actually talk to you guys, but I'm just going to have to read closely. Who's running the table? Hashtag run the table. I don't know who you're talking about. Justin, identify yourself. Are the Giants Super Bowl worthy? Yes, but here's the thing with the Giants. We don't have the greatest running game. We don't have a great O-line, and you never know what you're going to get with Eli. Best gift, Dak and Zeke jersey sewn together. Did you actually get that? And did someone put it together for you? I love that. That's awesome. That's, again, why I'm not picking them for... It's not really fair, but not picking them for MVP this year is just because, again, they have each other kind of match made in heaven. But you guys are going to have Lombardis down the stretch. Last movie I saw. I love the movies. And I love TV, by the way. I don't watch that many shows because obviously I'm watching a lot of sports. But I was in New York City and I went to see the movie Loving. And that was Loving versus Virginia. It's really good. It kind of no-name actors, but it was the story of an interracial couple, and they were basically banned from their state of Virginia, and kind of their love story and how they fought for now anybody can marry anybody kind of thing. Nice little love story there. I highly suggest it. You know what else I just saw recently? Hold on, I'm gonna blank on this. This is gonna kill me.
Star Wars?
No, it was on demand. I just saw 2 movies. Hold on, you guys. I need to think about this. It's gonna make me really mad. What did I see? Bridget Jones. Remember Bridget Jones's Diary? I saw Bridget Jones's Baby. Not so great. And you guys are probably gonna laugh and say right now, like, oh, you're such a girl with your romantic comedy. But I didn't really understand the ending, if anybody saw it, but I would pass on that one. But I would go see Loving. And there's so many good ones I want to see. I want to see the new Will Smith one, which everyone in our production meeting was clowning me. Why do I want to see that? Collateral, right? Is that what it's called?
I think so, yeah.
I want to see Collateral. I want to see Denzel's movie, Fences. What else is out? There's so many good ones out.
Star Wars.
What's that one, La La or something? That looks really good too. Have you guys seen any of these? Steph or LeBron? LeBron. You were forced to sit through that movie. I love it. Back to the Browns. Who else is saying hi to me? Gennaro, Keith. Ooh, Tupac or Biggie? Are you kidding me? Do you know where I'm from? Biggie. All day, every day. Favorite movie? Oh, you know what I'm so excited about? Okay, so I love I love mob movies. I'm kind of like a guy with that. I love Scarface. I love The Godfather. All those kind of like Italian. Goodfellas, one of my favorite restaurants in New Haven, where I'm originally from, is called Goodfellas, and they play all the mob movies, etc. Carlito's Way. But you know what I'm really excited about? Have you guys seen A Bronx Tale? Yes, La La Land, thank you. A Bronx Tale is such a classic. If you have not seen it, I want you to see it. And for those of you guys that are single and you're thinking about a girl and you're not sure how serious you want to be, you need to remember the part with the car door. I want you to go see it. Next week, I'm going to bring this back and we're going to discuss it. Here's what's even more exciting. Robert De Niro's in it, who's one of my favorites. And that movie is going to Broadway, so I cannot wait to see that show, and I think he's going to be a part of the whole thing. My favorite food, can I just tell you, and I mean this with all due respect to myself, I am a fat kid at heart. I literally was like a chubby little girl, but I love to eat and I love to cook, and I want to talk about food right now. This is tough for me. I love Chinese food. I mean, have you guys had it's on the East Coast, we have a thing called poo-poo platters, and everybody thinks it's hysterical, but it's got like egg rolls and beef teriyaki, and it's amazing, and you need to Google P-U-P-U, poo-poo platter in your life. So Chinese food's a go-to. Love Thai, good pad Thai. Can't go wrong with Cuban. Who doesn't like a little rice and beans? A good sauce, pasta, meatballs, any day of the week, twice on Saturdays. And what else do I love?
Sushi.
I love sushi. So I am of like a mix of Mediterranean descent. So I like a lot of your standard pita, hummus, anything with phyllo dough, lentils. My favorite dessert's baklava. So let me just tell you, I'm pretty much a cheap date. I'm not a big drinker, but if you just get some appetizers and you have a movie, I'm good to go. Poo-poo platter. Thank you, Steve. You know what it is. Yeah, food is good. I'm with you. No, I'm not the girl that's like, oh, I just want, oh, love Mexican food. Mario, when I was in LA, oh my gosh, everywhere. It's so amazing. I could really talk about food now with all of you for the next hour, but I need to go because I don't want to bore you to death. But I enjoyed this conversation. Thank you guys. I do. I see you there, Scott. Mashallah. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you watching us every day. I appreciate you. Follow me on Twitter. Here comes the shameless plugs. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. I'm working on it. Oh, pizza, please. Any day of the week. Margarita pizza, thin crust. We will. Oh, if I don't see you, also have happy holidays and happy New Year's Eve. And you're distracting me. I want to give people a little trick. So one thing that we do, I saw the baklava right there. Hi, Emmanuel. So we do this little tradition for New Year's Eve, and you make a tray of baklava, which is amazing. I also want you guys to try that. And then you hide a quarter in the tray, and whoever gets the piece with the quarter in it, obviously be careful when you're eating, has good luck for the rest of the year. New Year's is kind of a big holiday for us. So that's that. Love you lots. See you next Wednesday. As always, when you go to my Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, tell me more of what you want to see on social media, and keep it classy. Bye. More of this guy. It's your lucky day. What's up, First Take fam? Thanks for hanging with us on Facebook Live. The conversation is going to continue, but I want to begin where we started the show. So we asked you, is it time to be afraid of the Cowboys after they won again at home against the Bucks? Your thoughts?
It is time. I'm a logical individual.
You hear that, folks?
I'm not
It's time.
quite as logical as Max. I still believe the Cowboys will lose before the Super Bowl. I still want them to lose because I can't stand their fans. I don't wish any happiness. As far as I'm concerned, I wish every
All
Cowboys
his
fan.
best friends are Cowboys fans.
I wish every Cowboy fan had a miserable Christmas and a miserable New Year.
You can't make this stuff up.
But the deal is that Ezekiel Elliott is big time, and Dak Prescott is big time, and this defense is coming together. Rod Marinelli's got them going after it every play. I'm impressed with what I'm seeing from them. I can't deny it, but I'm still hopeful they will fall, and I believe they will.
Stephen, you mentioned Zeke. You think he locks up the MVP this year?
I don't think he locks it up, but I definitely think that he's got a shot. He's definitely one of the top two candidates for league MVP as far as I'm concerned. And I put him ahead of Dak.
Who has your vote
Tom
right
Brady. Tom Brady. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care about the missed 4 games. The fact is that the fact that you missed 4 games and you still come back and do what you've been doing, apparently just throwing a football in your backyard with Giselle worked for you. 22 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions, a QBR of 89 and 90, quarterback rating of 109. He's only lost 1 game. Chances are they'll beat Miami and New York to end the season, and as a result, you're going to talk about this guy being about 11-1 on the year. I just think that he's sensational. It's undeniable to me, and I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to have to come through Foxborough.
Let's talk about the Giants. Quietly 10-4, big win over the Lions. They're both 9-4 coming into it. Obviously, the Lions have a legit shot at winning the NFC North. Do you think this Giants team could really go all the way?
They got a shot because, again, they're the team that beat the Cowboys,
Mm-hmm.
and it may very well come back to them having to derail the Cowboys. And when you have a guy like Odell Beckham Jr., this dude is a knockout puncher.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is a game changer. And the way that their defense is playing, I can't say enough about it. The question mark about them is three things actually. Their running game,
Mm-hmm.
their offensive line,
Yeah, their
and Eli.
lack thereof running
and
game.
Eli. Lack thereof,
Yeah.
and Eli in his inconsistent ways. And
He
so,
just plays fearless, which is a positive and a negative
Well, he plays
because it
fearless.
results in a lot of picks, but
That's
also
true.
game-winning drives as well.
he can make it happen. He's
Yeah.
already proven it. He's a two-time Super Bowl champion. But let's also remember in both games, the offense didn't knock your socks off. It was the defense that neutralized the Patriots, and then the offense came through in the end when it needed to. But the offense was relatively neutralized in those games. They didn't have some big-time breakout performance offensively, and that's what we got to remember about Eli.
That's my alarm. All right, one other thing I want to
Go
get
ahead.
into with you is the NBA, Stephen A. We saw Tim Duncan getting honored and Greg Popovich saying that they were soulmates. Just talk about what Tim Duncan meant to that team and the league.
Tim Duncan's amazing. I mean, he's a guy. He's just he's a natural born winner. Ever since he came into the game, people don't realize this. There are 82 games in a season.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Duncan, the only time in his career where he won less than 50 games in a season is the 50-game lockout shortened season. And that's when he won 37.
Yep.
Even when there were two lockouts in his tenure. One was a 66-game regular season. They won 50 that year, 50 and 16. The other was a 50-game lockout shortened season. They went 37 and 13. That's who Tim Duncan is. When you're around him, he's a winner. And Greg Popovich says it best. Tim Duncan allowing me to coach him enabled me to coach everybody else. And that's what stars do. I mean, when you are the face of a franchise, when you are the franchise, if the boss can't coach you
Yep.
and can't guide you and can't discipline you and hold you accountable, then he has no shot at being able to do it with anybody else, because people are always going to be resentful when the rules are different for other people. So the rules have to be the same. And for Tim Duncan, he never had a problem with Greg Popovich, employing the fact that the rules would be the same for him, even though we all knew that Greg Popovich was going to always stand by Tim Duncan. And so, to be a 5-time champion, to produce and to exude the level of professionalism that he put forth, I can't say enough about him. Plus, he's from St. Croix, I'm from St. Thomas. We're sort of homeboys. He's always been very, very nice
Virgin
to me.
Islanders.
He's a
Mm-hmm.
great guy, and I'm happy for him.
Real quick before we let you go, we talk a lot about Belichick and Brady and that partnership. How much of his credit is also due to Pop being his coach?
Well, it's due to Pop because Pop puts in the work. Pop is always prepared, and Pop holds himself accountable just as much as he would hold anybody else accountable. And more importantly, in today's generation, where everybody wants to be about me, just like Bill Belichick, Popovich doesn't care. He doesn't want to talk to the media. He doesn't want to do interviews. I remember when Pop was voted Coach of the Year, and the joke was the guys at midcourt who joined him, they jokingly stepped away from him because Popovich wanted to give the trophy to one of them and just walk away. And they were like, no. They made
That
him,
says a lot about who he is.
They made him stay there and stand there and absorb the applause from everybody else, because he's just not built that way. He understands that no matter how great of a job he does, it's not going to materialize into anything if the players don't execute. And so to him, it's about them. Just like to Bill Belichick, it's about them, it's about the team. And when you have elite individuals that make sure to employ that in the psyche of all the talent that they coach, it just says a lot, because every coach can't pull it off.
No question. First Take fam, thank you so much for hanging with us. Stephen A. has his radio show, Sirius XM Mad Dog Radio, channel 182 from 1 to 3. What's the number if they want to call you?
Channel 82.
I'm tired today. I gotta be honest, guys. I'm losing it. Yes.
That's all right.
And how do they call you? What's the phone number?
Sirius XM Mad Dog Sports Radio,
Yep.
channel 82, 888 Mad Dog 6 is 888-623-3646.
This girl needs to take a nap. We'll be back at it tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern. We'll react to Monday Night Football, the rest of the NFL topics we didn't get to get into, and of course, all NBA. We appreciate you. If we don't see you, have a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Except for Cowboy fans.